morning. Good morning. Good morning, Zane. We had a very nice breakout last night on gold. 2 a.m. These are the days when I miss my London times. Because that was pretty easy. Up and up and up and up and up and up, breakout. There's nothing much to think about that one. That paid out pretty nice. Good morning, Peto. Good morning, Derek. Good morning, Warrior Mink. And that was a very nice nice payday right there on gold this morning. Now it looks like it's created resistance. New resistance. See if I can open this up a little bigger. Just to the side. There's over here. Nope, that's too much. Okay. I'm gonna make my screen a little bigger. I can see it better. Let me go top down. See what's really happening here. That was the setup I sent last night to the team. You got news coming again today, guys. Yesterday was choppy like crazy. Again, probably because of all them folders. And we got some more news this morning. PMI. And while it looks like gold is bullish, it really hasn't broken the trend line yet. Look at that. It looks bullish, but look at the weekly. This is the weekly. What a climb. It's been dropping since August of last year. Drop, retraced, drop, retraced, lower low, lower high, lower low. Not lower low in this case. Drops, touch that spot again. Goes back up, lower high, goes back down, goes back up, lower high right now. So let's see if it actually breaks the top side. I'm not quite sure. That's hard. That's a hard climb. That's a hard climb because of the weekly. Week. 4 hour. Because of this up here. That's where it's at right now. On the daily, that is just, you know, up there and down like hard. So to be honest. And I don't like when people say to be honest, because it's like, okay, does that mean you're dishonest at other times? I would prefer this to come back inside for a sell. These wicks of rejection here, I would like to see those wicks hold and it come back down. That's a little bit of my bias based on where it is on the higher time frames. Right, rejecting. If I can get a rejection on the 30-minute. This is the noise where it's at right now. This right here, this right here. I mean, that's just a lot. That's just a lot. A lot to fight. Morning, Reeds. Good morning, Abe's. That's awesome. That's a great book, man. Morning, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning, Avi. Hola, buenos días. Aquí echándole el ojo ahorita. I took a small position on the sell. I am biased for the sell. It already printed on the 15-minute. Stop loss is like 15 pips, something like that. On a manageable lot size. Not quite sure. It's already positive, but let me see. What's my numbers here? 1792.82. Right there. Something like so. I mean, it could still wake up, go back up to come back down, or it could just break through and keep on going up, but I doubt it. Trying to take my positions before, oh, this is 9:45, okay, instead of 8:45 or 8:30 today, the news. So we got a little bit of time. Yeah, and I got here a little late. I wish I would have had a better, just a slightly little better entry, and I would probably be up already 10 or so pips. So I'm like 4 pips right now. Good morning, Sterling. See what the Dixie is telling us. The Dixie did a little push up. It looks like it wants to break down. Now it's trying to break down below that area from yesterday. The 50 on the 5-minute is holding it up. And GU, I was gonna send GU last night. I'm glad I didn't. I mean, it was a nice fake out, but new traders would have gotten in trouble with that. That was a nice fake out on GU. If you look at the stochastic RSI at the bottom, I said it's getting ready to bounce from here. That little bounce going up. Let me see that. Well, I guess I didn't give you much of an opportunity to get in. You either have to get in right away for 25, 27 pips, or you would have missed it. But it was nice though. I mean, these are the zones I have marked out. I just didn't send it out. And then those stochastic RSI rejection from the bottom would have been nice. $25 pip range to the upside if it breaks it. Getting saucy with it, as it is said. Morning, Pamela. Head and shoulders on GU. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Go to daily. Go ahead and remove all this. That was from last night. So daily. Still bearish. Poke its head there for a minute. Four-hour. Nah, I wouldn't say it is head and shoulder. That's just consolidation. That's just consolidation. It's really struggling here with the 50. Very messy chart on that's the 1 hour. Look how messy that is. on GU. Too messy really to do much with that. Don't feel too good about GU. Think I like gold better. GPJPY, I have marked it also in case I could, and it's just messy. GA looks a little better. Let's get a quick look at it. When the daily is showing bearish, quite bearish. Goodness gracious, it's been bearish for a little while. It looks to me like GA likes to make these channels. It's pretty consistent with these channels. It's from the daily. Is that right? Yeah, it's a daily. That's a pretty clean channel. Something like that. Four hour. That's a pretty clean GA chart. This is 1 hour. I like the hour view better. I think there's a zone there, minor zone. It's pretty far back, in fact. A whole bunch of pips to the upside. Yeah, either direction, I suppose. That's pretty clean. It's GA, that looks pretty clean. Oh shoot. My gold broke down. See, this is what I hate getting distracted. My gold broke down and bounced back up. Missed out on them pips. Let's see if it continues. Yeah, that was almost 8 pips. GA looks pretty good. It almost looks like the Dixie. Okay, gold rejecting again. That makes me feel a little better. Right now, this is still London. This is London and pre-New York. I don't like GU at all. And that's usually one of my favorites. It seems to be dropping, right? The Dixie is bouncing, seems to be dropping. It's just so messy. Okay, gold went up for a retest of entry. Now it's back down about 5 pips. Let's see if it can continue. ISS plans for the weekend are rest, man. I've had a rough week physically. I mean, I've been working out, been eating better, but I got a sty on my eye. I don't know if that affects the way. Maybe because maybe I don't know, my eyes get tired or something. It's just been a rough couple of weeks. Yeah, nice drop on GU, but couldn't take advantage of it. Watching gold here struggle with this little support, minor support of the 5-minute. It's trying to break through there. Oh, look at the Dixie. Dixie found strength. Okay, 6. Let's see, what is that? 7 a.m. Oh, that's a 7 a.m. candle just opened. I should have known. I should have taken those 6. Let's see. It's retesting the 1 now again. I mean, the entry again. Let's see if it rejects from there. See if it gets continuation to the downside. 7 a.m. candle is always an interesting candle. Okay, seems to be rejecting the same spot. 7 a.m. that is. Looks like it's about to break the low. Let's see if it does. Nice little wick to the top. Let's see if it continues going down. This is a critical time, critical moment, right? Whether it's going to break or not. I have my finger on the trigger here. Because if it comes back to entry at this point, after all this action, I'm gonna close half. Just trying to break that bottom. Okay, looks like it's pushing. There you go, 7. Let's see if it keeps going. At this point, it should not come back. If it does, like I said, I'm cutting it half. Basically testing that low it created on the 5. It's struggling to break that spot. And this is already way longer than what I usually hold my trades. I'm enticed to close the whole thing. Just knowing how my brain works. Just watching it to see if it breaks down or not. Yeah, I shut it down. I'll wait, perhaps for a deeper pullback and a bigger wick, or maybe even a break of that right there. I was talking to, who was it I was talking to? Was it yesterday I was talking to you guys? I did an analysis of my, yeah, it wasn't 2 seconds, it was 2 minutes. 80% of my wins were 2 minutes trades. So if it's lingering around and it's not doing, then it's not acting in accordance to my psychology as far as what I'm willing to go in and hold. If it goes over 30 minutes, it's a loser for me for sure. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go now. Is this 15 minute? This is a 15 minute. See a 30 minute. Okay. So basically it's trying to create a little minor support here or hold this one. That's right, there was one there before. That's where it's at. So it does not break it. It's breaking it now. Let's see if it continues. We basically need a push from the Dixie up like it was doing earlier. See, this is all a mess over here. How is GA doing? It's not the one I got marked out. This is the one I got marked out. Okay. Struggling with that support there too. Strong rejection here on the 630 candle. Tell me a feeling it's going to break through. GA is. It usually goes in the opposite direction than GU. Kind of acting similar now. That must be on the weakness of GBP in check. GBP is weak and AUD is strong, so yeah, it should come down. Gold is breaking down, or at least it broke the low. Let's see if it continues. Yeah, it almost, what is it? It's at 1794. It could get there. It could get there as a wick and then come down. It's just, if you look at the weekly, yeah, and if you look at the weekly on gold, still bearish. Could it break through? Yeah, it could break through. Got wicks here of rejection. So yeah, it could break through. It had a nice little push last night. Kent, how long do you usually hold a trade and why? Well, price action determines how long you hold a trade. And structure. Price action and market structure. Is it holding structure? Is it breaking structure? Right now, and then also your psychology, right? If I already know that the great majority of my wins are like 2 minutes, then my entries have to be precise because I don't hold them for more than 2 minutes and they pay me. Anything that I hold for more than 20, 30 minutes is a loser for me. So it has to do with my psychology and my entry, how I'm seeing the market and what my entry is. I'm a scalper, so I'm not holding trades for very long. If you're a day trader, you can hold a trade for hours. If you're a swing trader, you can hold a trade for days. That's not me. So you got to know the market and you got to know you in the market. So right now, I anticipated gold to have moved down already, and it hasn't. Will it? Well, it looks like it might, but it's holding support right there. It's holding structure. So, why mess around with it? And there it goes. It bounces the other way. Doesn't mean it can't drop, but still. It's kind of creating resistance on the 5 minute. There are a whole bunch of little candles. A bunch of little candles holding resistance there. But right there on when there's volume in the market, this breaks through pretty quick. That's another thing, right? Timing your entries as far as waiting for the market. We're waiting for volume to be present. Yep. So now you see why I closed it. If it breaks that, then I'll reconsider. But as of now, no. Where's my Dixie? That's GA. Ooh, the Dixie looks to be breaking the lows. Let's see which way it goes. Yeah, that's the right way to do it, warrior. If you're struggling, if your mind is getting messed up, you know, you're getting traumatized by what the market is doing, best to take time off. Yeah, 4 hours still bullish. A wick rejection at the top though. Where could the Dixie go? Not too far before it starts having objections to the drop. Good morning, Kirky. Pushing down as the Dixie. Gold pushing up. Nice little bounce from that area for gold. Just watching, waiting. Yeah, I would assume that after the push up like that, maybe this is forming or has formed already a bullish flag, which is what maybe we're looking at here. Gold retesting the highs. See how GU drop and then bounce right up? This is all just crap. Can't really trade that. The trade here was a break at 2 a.m., break to the upside. Then after that, just consolidating. How about GA? What's GA doing? GA bouncing again. What would be nice on GA would be a, as it's pushing up here, a wick turning into a wick like this one to break the low. Oh, that will be pretty clean, pretty clear. That's what I'll be looking for here. It's rejection from the top. Now it's pushing up. Perhaps that's just a pullback for the drop. I had a 3.2, 38.2 retracement, and then a drop. That should break the low. We shall see. That should break the low. Gold still pushing up. Gonna put me a low lot size here. See, looks like it's gonna break the highs. It's a nice move on gold. And I was facing the wrong way. That would have been bad. Look at the Dixie. I'm waiting for gold to clear this area. I'm going to see gold clear this area. Actually, give me a breakout. Today, I'm going to be extremely patient, wait for the breakout. I tried the impulse move here to the downside, thinking that this was rejecting, but it failed, so I got out. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna rest. Warrior Mink. No, that doesn't mean anything. Again, it has to do with your trading strategy. It has to do with your entry. I mean, if you're constantly messing up your entry, then nothing will work. If your entry is on point, then it depends again on your strategy. It depends on your session. Depends on your pair. I just know the pairs that I trade, which is usually GU and gold. My entries are usually pretty precise, and if it goes several minutes without doing what I anticipated it to do, then I'm wrong. But doesn't mean that you are. You know, it doesn't mean that you're seeing the same thing as I'm seeing it, or that your psychology is like mine. That will be presumptive. So presumptuous, preemptive, presumptuous. Two different things. No, it doesn't mean anything. It has to do with your strategy, and it has to do with your psychology. Like, for example, I found out that for the last month and some, all my losses were on Mondays. Does that mean I should never trade on Mondays? Well, does that mean that every trade that I do on Monday is going to be a loser? No, but there's something going on there that I need to pay attention to. Big rejection, big wick from the top. Wouldn't it be beautiful if, look at that bounce from, wouldn't it be beautiful? I was going to say, if this turns into a beautiful red wick, then we got our entry for a sell. Just like this here, turning into a big old green wick going up. Wouldn't that be nice? And again, the value of zones and the value of waiting for candles to close. You don't get into a mess here on a buy thinking it's going to break up and it starts wicking back inside and going in the opposite direction. No, 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 no. We don't play that game. Close this baby here. Let me open this other baby over here. Make sure that my lot sizes are right. They are. Okay. Ooh. 4 minutes to the 7:30 candle. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Look at the higher time frame to get perspective. And can it break? Yeah, it can break. It's on the verge of breaking. But I wouldn't be surprised if it just turned into a big wick once it reaches somewhere in this area. This is the daily. Come on. The weekly. I don't know. On a Friday, Looking for a big move on a Friday. Could it happen? It could happen, I guess. Pero lo dudo, lo dudo, lo dudo, lo dudo. My tummy is arguing that it wants food. So I give it water. Chill out, tummy. Chill out. Yeah, study those videos, man. If you're patient, let me put it this way. If you're patient enough to wait for volume, I'm talking like New York Open, like London Open. If you're patient enough to wait for the volume, you can get paid really quick. You can get paid within seconds on gold, or you can get paid within minutes on some of the GBP pairs. If you go in too early, then it's a crapshoot. You know, you don't know if it's going to work your way. You don't know how quickly it's going to work. You know, until volume shows up, we don't really know. When volume shows up, candles start moving like hard. You can determine direction pretty quickly. Yeah, we're getting rejections at that spot for gold again. 15-minute. Five-minute. That's a 7:30 candle. Let's see if it pushes. The Dixie pushing up. Gold rejecting on the 5-minute. And the 30-minute, right? So the thing about trading is, again, it's a lot of waiting. It's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the right moment to strike. And I like coming early to the market because I can see then how the candles move. And what price action has been building and how it built it. It gives me an idea of price action for today. Which can be different than yesterday. Sometimes you get consecutive similar moves on consecutive days. But every day is a different trade. Rejecting up here. Let's go look at the 1 hour. Look at that 1 hour. Looks just like the other ones. And the other day I was looking for the rejection on the 30-minute, didn't see it, but had I been on the 1 hour, I would have seen it. So I'm going to stay on the 1 hour today. Because a nice little red wick at the top as this thing breaks down will be very beautiful. Wow. Yep, here it comes. Same thing with this one, right? The Dixie is about to turn, look at that. The Dixie is about to turn blue or green. Wow. Woo, there it goes. Here comes gold. Now remember, stop loss is still up here. If you enter into a position, stop loss is still up there. Figure out those pips. That's 30 pips. And your position sizing should be in accordance with that. And again, this is just me talking, I'm telling you what to do. Almost had a runaway there with the Dixie, but it didn't. It's that wick. Is that the one I was talking about earlier? This one turning into a red wick to go down. Hasn't happened yet, but it looks pretty good for it. It looks good for it. Especially because the odds remain strong. AUD remains strong, GBP is still weak. Been pretty faithful with the bike this week. You know what has made the difference is if I want to eat, I gotta get on the bike. And since I like to eat, I gotta get on the bike. And last night, you would appreciate this, Mercedes. Yesterday, I was in Andalusia, or was it Valencia? I think it might have been Valencia on the Peloton. Okay, what is this? On the 30-minute, it's breaking the, is it at the 30-minute? No, that's not the 30-minute. The 15-minute is breaking the low of that candle. Could be an early, but support is still here, right? And how did the game end last night? I went to bed, guys. It was a good game. Taylor hit 3 homers. He hit a 4th one. I wanted to stay up to see if he hit a 4th one, but I couldn't. I had to go to bed. Gold keeps coming down. Yeah, I guarantee you that's a good way to. Well, yeah, man. I'll probably do that Valencia again today. That was beautiful. I was a little distracted though. I was watching the market while I was biking. Kind of helps because it makes the biking go a little faster. But I didn't enjoy the scenery as much. So I may do that again. My internet is messing up. Close all. Try this again. Trying to get to my Major League Baseball site. Okay, gold still pushing down. I heard a $1 million trader yesterday say something that really caught my attention, and it might help you. He said, your goal is to come in second place. And I thought, well, that's deep. In other words, your goal is not to anticipate the move. You don't want to be getting in. I mean, you could, right? If you're in the 5 minute, you could have caught this from the top over here. Okay, if it breaks this low, I'm going in. Let's see. Your goal, there it goes. Is it doing it? Not quite, not quite, not quite. Still waiting, watching and waiting, still waiting. Up, it's trying, not quite. It is support, it has to break. I'll watch it from the 1 hour. He said, your goal is not to be the first one to enter up here. This whole thing about sniper entries, he doesn't buy into it, right? He said, your goal is to come in second place. You want to be able to see it do its move, get a confirmation, and then you go. Now, impulse entries, which I do quite a lot, which is what I'm trying to do here, are different than that, right? But they're also based on analysis, on the fact that it went to break and it couldn't break, and it's already tried several times to break. And on the higher time frames, we already know it's at supply. And so if I can catch an impulse entry breaking support, yeah, I'll take it. It's a high risk move, much higher risk than waiting for it to close, right? But from experience, having seen it do it over and over again, I can time it pretty good. And that's another reason why my trades last like 2 minutes at the most, sometimes seconds, because it breaks out. It does an impulse move. I like to catch the impulse move. And when the impulse move is over, I'm done. I'm not waiting for the continuation or for it to keep going. I'm done. Yeah, little bounce right there. Dangerous entry for a sell if it doesn't break. Because you're going to see it run the other way. That's right. That's Uncle Ted. That was amazing what he said. I mean, it's funny because he's funny. Because he talks about the people on social media and everybody talking nonsense and people showing up asking stupid questions and whatever. I'm thinking, but dude, if you're an educator and you're talking to thousands of people, you're gonna get the beginner questions. You're gonna get the inane questions that you don't really want to answer because, again, you're reaching a mass amount of people. He gets frustrated with that. And it's like, no, man, you got to be patient. You got to listen to people if you're really an educator. If what you want to do is show off what you know, then that's different, you know. If you want to show off what you know, then yeah, make people feel stupid and make people feel bad about what they don't know. But that should not be the goal of an educator. You know, if you want to avoid getting the beginner questions, then let everybody know this is advanced knowledge. This is advanced information. Beginner questions will not be answered here. Okay. You know, but if you invite people to ask questions, you're going to get questions. Inquiring minds want to know. But he did say that, and that was super valuable, right? Your goal is to come into second place. Your goal is not to try to anticipate the reversal. Your goal is to catch the confirmation of the reversal. And so right now we have reversal, but I don't have confirmation. I have to get a break of the support here. I mean, my stochastic RSI seems to be indicating that it is overbought. It's been overbought for a little while on the 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour at the top also. On the daily, and still curling up, still has room to go up. On the weekly, probably at the bottom. Yeah, on the weekly, still got the bottom. So on the short term here, my stochastic RSI seems to be indicating, but that's not enough for me. Price and market structure, which is what I have going on here right now, it's the thing. This is the structure I'm looking at, and this is the price going up and down on it. Yeah, I like Uncle Ted. No, it's huge. I think I may make a T-shirt with that. Maybe I'll even quote him on my T-shirt. You know, your goal is to come in second place. Like, what? So good. So good. You're not trying to be the first one there. You're trying to be the first one there, you're going to lose over and over and over and over. You're going to have some wins, and those wins may encourage you to keep doing that nonsense. But in the long term, they're going to crush you. Because as I've said before, the market makers are wanting to induce you to go in a direction so they can take the market in the opposite direction. But if you wait for the candles to print, if you wait for the candle to close, for example, once it closes, their intention is declared. You can't change a printed candle. You can change an open candle, the one that's active right now, but you can't change a printed candle. The printed candle already closed. It's done. It's price right there. What time is it? 14 minutes to the 8 a.m. candle. In the 5 minute, it's creating lower highs. The low is holding, which is this right here. It's creating lower highs. So the pressure is, this wedge is it's getting tighter and tighter in here. Oh, it's GA. I like GA today. GA is still holding. Yeah, Ted is a beast, but he's a former prop firm trader, and he's been at the game for a long time. So he knows what he's talking about. He's not so great at times explaining it, which is also another thing as far as being an educator. You know, being able to break down something so that people at the low rung can reach it. People can reach the low rung, right? Sometimes you gotta have to sift through what he's talking about so you can understand what he's saying. But he's great. He's great. And in fact, he said something yesterday, that supports what we've been teaching at TTA, the difference between supply and demand and support and resistance. People not understanding that. He said exactly what we say. Okay, so just a minute ago, it looked like it was breaking the low. Now it's inching its way up towards the highs one more time. Paciencia y fe. Yeah. And it's like, Michael Jordan was the greatest, perhaps the greatest basketball player who ever lived. But he had no success as a coach. He had no success as a coach. That you can do a thing doesn't mean you can teach it. And sometimes teachers are not great at what they do. The combination that you're looking for is somebody who has played the game and knows how to teach. That's a perfect combination. Okay, so in the 5-minute, it just printed another lower high. And now it's rejecting from there. We shall see. Who? Who has never been a coach? Bob? MJ? I thought he coached the Magic. Didn't he coach the Magic? Or was he the general manager? Was he the general manager? What was his I thought he was coaching. Look at that. Well, my bad. Take that illustration right out. Scratch it out. Delete. Omit. Well, then I'll change my illustration. Why has he never coached? trying to recoup here. Trying to recoup. Oh, he's an owner. Okay. Trying to recoup my illustration. Why has he never? Why would you want to coach, right? You have all that money, you can make your own team. In fact, a lot of major league. Let's go back to something I really know, right? Baseball. A lot of major league coaches were shortstops, catchers, second baseman, positions that are known for their intelligence rather than their skill. And they've turned out to be some of the best coaches in baseball. Joe Torre was a catcher and a third baseman. He became a great coach for the Yankees. Alex Cora right now, he was second baseman, utility player, second baseman, shortstop. He's an amazing coach. He's considered one of the best coaches in baseball, period. I can't remember what was the position Tony La Russa played, but he never did anything great, but he was an amazing coach for many, many years. It takes a kind of a combination of knowledge and intelligence and communication, being able to communicate. But you know, there's that green wick now. Okay, so any minute now, I'm anticipating that gold is going to come to the drop. Let's see it happen. Okay, let's see. On the lower time frames, it's already started making its move down. It's a 15-minute. I'm gonna stick with the 1 hour. I want to see it clearly. 5 minutes to the 8 o'clock. Okay, what is that? Oh, that's another 5-minute candle. Another lower low, lower high, that is. So the pattern of is that it's dropping on the lower time frames. Here it comes. Wow. Look at that wick on the Dixie. Here comes gold. Still waiting. Although at this point, with 3 minutes left for the 8 a.m. candle, I'm just going to wait for the 8 a.m. candle. I'll wait on the 8 a.m. Oh, I look for here to see about Michael Jordan being coach, and it says Michael Jordan's lack of patience kept him from ever becoming a basketball coach. That's according to sportscasting.com. You do have to have a lot of patience with people when you are an educator. What I don't have patience with, okay, so I don't have any problem with beginners. I have no problem with people who ask questions that are very, very, very basic. What I have a problem with is people who are lazy and don't prepare, don't study, don't go do their own research, waste an educator's time by not preparing themselves to ask the questions. You know, that does bother me. And I don't have a lot of time for those people. Because I learned something from Jim Rohn a long time ago, which was you don't make good people, you don't create them, you don't build them. They come already good. If you find a good student, You don't have to, you don't have to convert them into a good student. They already are a good student. You just got to show them, you just got to give them direction and they go. A lot of people like to be spoon-fed, and I'm not in for that. That's one thing I won't do, because I know the sacrifices that I had to make to grow and learn what I've learned. And I'm not going to make it easier on anybody else. I'm just going to give them a shortcut, though. I can show them the shortcut. They still have to go out there and do it. Oh my gosh, look at that move. Okay, here you go. 1 minute left, 1.5 minutes left. Trying to push. Beautiful wick, beautiful wick. Man, you see somebody studying, you see somebody really dedicating themselves to the craft, you want to help them. You know, somebody that's really pushing and reading and studying. Hey, Robert, I saw your video on this topic, blah, 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 and you said this. Can you clarify that? Wow. You know, hey, Rob, I read this on this book and it said this and this about this topic. You know, I've had this experience with it. Can you help me? All day long, you know? Wow. Still hasn't dropped. The mighty gold is holding. Okay, so with the 8 o'clock candle, hopefully we see a push up, another wick, and then a break. Hopefully that's what we see. 5 seconds. You guys already seen it probably. I'd rather see a wick to the top, not to the bottom. I'd rather see. Is it going? Is it going? Is it going? Is it going? I really want to see that wick on the top. I would like to see this turn green for a little bit. Give me a wick at the top and then break the bottom. That's what I would prefer. It may go anyway. May have to go without it. Yep, I'm in. I'm in the cell. I just have to pull the trigger. What's up? 2 pips. Let's see. Yeah, I can live with that. Let me go to the higher time frame. Clean candles to the bottom for about 30 pips. If it fills this complete thing, it may not make it all the way down there. Yeah, about 30 pips. If it gets there, it's struggling here again. This is why I wanted to see the top wick first, but it did break on the impulse, so I'm in. Takes me out, takes me out. I can live with it. Yeah, now I have the wick on the opposite direction, which I hate. Maybe it's creating that wick for me now, the wick I wanted before. We'll see. A little drawdown right now. adjust that stop loss just a little higher above the wick, just in case. What did GA do with that open? Oh, it's still bouncing. Oh. Yeah, maybe here you get that wick. Otherwise, it just keep going up. Is my heat wave stuck? No, it's not stuck. It looks like the numbers haven't changed. Well, you gotta admit, I don't like the action. I don't like the action at all. I should have cut some of it off already. I'm just trying to give it a minute to create that wick. If it does it, because it could, again, it just keep going up and I'll be completely dead. I'll be cooked, as they say. If it breaks the previous 5-minute high, I'll close half of it. Trying to. It did. So I close half of my position and I'll let the rest run. Now I've minimized my losses if it actually hits my stop loss. Well, giving it a chance to still come my way. Either way, it's a small lot size, so it's not going to hurt. This is the wick I wanted to see on the other side. I didn't get it. I should have held on to my conviction. Nice little fake out action here. And I got caught in that one. Like, what was that bit? That little move is already 20 pips. Ay. Roberto. Okay, rejecting on the lower time frame. Let's see. Touched it again. Let's see. You would think that the momentum from the 8 a.m. would push that Dixie up. But it's been dropping. No, well, I guess not. Let me see. Yeah, it's been dropping for a bit. So it's having a hard time pushing up. it's a nice little move. Rejection from the top. Let's see. Maybe we end up with that wick after all. And that second place entry would have been better. Waiting for the wick. Okay, I see where it's struggling right here. It's fighting that area right there. The Dixie is. Yep. Still pushing and rejecting. It pushes and rejects. It pushes and rejects. Good night, Warrior Mink. Great to hear, Warrior. Take care, buddy. Get some rest. Still fighting. I think it's coming for that wick. Remind me in the future, my good people, to wait for the wick. That's what I teach, right? Wait for the darn wick, Robert. Well, the 5-minute rejection at this spot is encouraging, but we'll see. NCD is almost at 0. Wow. What happened with that? This is still waiting to get back in the waiting for it to get back into this little thing right here. My weekly analysis on GN. All right. Let's ignore that. Go back home. So Dixie climbing. Dixie's trying to. Well, it rejected there for a minute, but it's still pushing up. Rejecting again. Yeah, NCD is on its way to 0. Wow. Excuse me. It's a combination of sleepiness and hunger. Taking all my patience here not to close this trade. Because it's just not looking good for me. Oh. And the longer, as I mentioned before, the longer time it goes, the less likely it is for me to work my way. But I did cut it in half, so now I'm gonna let it do its thing. What is that? That's a 50-minute candle just opened. Yeah, the pattern seems to indicate it's gonna keep pushing up. Or not. It's rejecting again. We'll see. So it's in quite a quandary, gold is. It doesn't want to break through here. It doesn't want to break through here. What's it gonna do? No, I don't skip my breakfast. I just have my breakfast after I work out, and I just didn't get up early enough to do my workout. I just haven't had it just yet. I'll be done here around 9 o'clock or so. I'll get on my Peloton. I'll do my 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever, and then I'll have my breakfast. And it won't even be 10 a.m. So drop my phone. Can't tell if they're trying to induce people to buy or sell here. Pushing it up, pushing it up, pushing it up. And for all its movement, GU is still consolidating. Oh. It's going to shock the world, Dollar Will says. I just want to make sure it doesn't shock my account. That's all good. And Bitcoin is retesting its the broken high, isn't it? Well, to reply to that, Stefan, had I waited for the wick, I would have noticed the wick form on the bottom instead of the top, and I could have taken the break of the high up. And we would be up 20 some pips and we'd be happy and we'd go home. I didn't wait for the wick because of the previous wick, anticipating the break of the bottom, and again, got caught in the wrong direction. I needed a wick from the top and I didn't get it. Maybe it's forming now. No, maybe it's forming now. Look at the Dixie go. Yeah, maybe it's forming now. We'll see. My computer wants to update in the middle of my trade. Stupid. You know, the break to the bottom, and the subsequent wick gave me the potential entry for a buy once it broke the highs of the previous candle. And that would have given 20 some pips. Or not been in a trade at all and wait for the wick, if it's going to form, and then take the break. Well, there it goes. There it goes. That took me out. All right, that took me out. Beautiful move on gold. Very nice. Look at that. Okay, this is we were about the place where it would reject. Let's see. Took the L today. Nice move. So to be clear, it wasn't really that bad of a move on gold. It was actually very good if you're taking into account, again, that the wick was formed on the bottom and it broke the high. It creates for a very small stop loss with quite a potential. Better than 2 to 1, right? If you enter at the break of the previous candle high, stop loss goes there, target is here. That's almost 2 to 1. Well, it turned out it paid a whole lot better than that, right? That's 54 pips move after you got the wick. It was really about waiting for the wick. The direction would have given you direction instead of entering on the impulse, which is what I did. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. So this goes in my journal as Robert, wait for the wick. Wait for the wick. Dixie is rejecting that spot. Very nice move on gold. And there it goes to 1800. It's going to hit 1800 here in a minute now. With a 50 pip move. Let's see how badly did that hurt? Not too bad. It's 280. I'm down 280, especially because I cut it in half as it was going up when it broke the high, previous high. Not much for me to do here other than to wait for the move to be done and perhaps create resistance with a higher support and then catch the break of that. If you look at the 5 minute, the 5 minute is a great, tells a story. Let's go to the 5 minute, even though again, we don't live in the 5 minute, but I just want to, it's the same principle. Okay. So it's the same principle. Boom, stop. Stop right there. Next candle turns red, creates resistance and support. Comes down, retests the support, breaks the high, and keeps going. So this same principle applied to the 1 hour candle. Okay. It validated support, right? This hour candle validated support, held above. The wick comes down below on the opening of the new candle. The candle comes down red, wicks goes up, breaks the high, continues up. I was on the wrong side because I entered on the impulse instead of waiting for the wick. Not necessarily the bias of the sell, just simply not waiting for the wick. Take care, Mercedes. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Have a good day. Yeah, it's not a good feeling to close the week with a loser. But if it is that today, then it's what it is. You know, I'm gonna wait to see what forms here, see if I can get a some support, some resistance, and maybe catch a continuation or a breakdown, either one. Because don't be fooled, this could turn into a big old wick and come the other way. Take care, Mercedes. Take care, Abhay, if you're out of here. Oh, here comes 1800. And absolutely nothing happened with GU. Man, I'm telling you, what a mess. GA, just a bounce, still ranging. Big old rejection on the Dixie. Takes a lot of discipline not to get in here when you know it's going to 18. It's just not a, you don't want to be chasing it. Just let it get there. Perhaps you can catch a rejection once it gets there. Quite a move. Did it kiss it? It ain't quite. Comes at 8:30 candle. Wish I could open this bigger. It's just. Do. Can't really see it well enough. Do. Let's go back. What is this? The 30-minute? This is the 30-minute? That's a 30. That's a 15-minute, 30-minute. See if it creates a level of support or something up here. Certainly creating resistance. Let's see if that's resistance. In fact, we'll find out. In short order, it will tell us if it's resistance. I mean, it is already, you know, again, 1800 is the number. Quarter point. Nice rejection. Let's see if that rejection holds. Nice rejection. Very nice. Could have anticipated that one because of where it's at. 13 pip drop or so. What we're looking for now again is a retracement and then some sort of new support. That's a 23.6. The golden zone in this case coincides with the top of the previous zone, so it could come all the way back down here for a retest. If not, just a complete rejection, because again, where it's at from before. Yeah, there are news coming. You gotta be aware of that. Yeah, that's what, saved me from getting in trouble. First of all, I already had my lot size lowered. And then when it went against me, I went ahead and cut half of it. So stop loss was like 30 pips or something like that with a small lot size. Well, it took me out. Excuse me. And as ugly as this looks right here, right? This could still just simply be a retest of this to go back up. We shall see. We shall see. Didn't quite make it there and already rejected. Let's see. It's going to take a while for this to form the new support. And we may not be here. 24 minutes. Yeah, it's at 9:45. I think it's the news at 9:45. So if it doesn't move right away, the 10 a.m. candle will make a move, I think. Again, being Friday, maybe time to chill. This is the move that I should have caught, and I didn't catch that. So now that's over. That's over for a while now. Is there baseball tonight? I think there's baseball tonight, no? I never did get to see what happened last night. MLB.com. So the Dodgers won. Yeah, what a beating. Okay. And then today at 8 o'clock. I can't miss that game. That's a huge, important game. What are we doing here, Orito? Orito forms support in the 5-minute, or it's forming support. See what this 5-minute does. Yeah. Jovan, you got any plans this weekend? You look at the 5-minute, not that I recommend anybody watching the 5-minute, but this is what I'm talking about. Little support here. if you're a super duper scalper on the 5 minute. I mean, this is super extended, and it's at supply. I would expect it to come down. Basically, what we have here is a double top. Double tops usually reverse and drop. They drop hard. So we shall see. Double top. I guess in the 4 hour we can see it cleared in the 4 hour, but it's you can't really trade it from here unless you're a swing trader. Okay, so it did form support on the 5 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time back testing this weekend with that simulator. I love that simulator. It's helped me quite a bit. Lots of wicks on the 5 minute, as you can see. I would not, taking a sell now. No, like good old Ted said yesterday, wait for confirmation. It's very bullish at the moment. Wow, excuse me. The Forex simulator, I have posted it before. Let me see if I can find it for you. Hold on a sec. Oh, look at gold go. Look at gold go. Okay, let's see. Simulator. Yeah, look at gold go. Found its footing and took off again. That's what I'm talking about. The 5 minute found support, broke the high. $40 pips on that little move, on that little impulse move. This right here, Jovan. This right here. Nice move. Nice move on gold. Again, found support. Again, this is tricky, right? I don't want to really entice anybody to practice, or how can I say? Yeah, you should practice. But for a beginner trader to play around in these 5 minutes, it's very difficult. But if you had looked at the 5 minute, look at how it looks like on the 15 minute. On the 15 minute, it's a retracement, pull back, break of the high. On the 5 minute, you can clearly see support. Went up, came down, closed red. Okay, next starts pushing up, closes. I mean, this one closes green. So now you have support established. Next one breaks through the high. That's just a continuation. Beautiful, beautiful, very nice. Well, God bless you, Sterling. That's very nice. Very nice of you to say that. Wow, look at that move. You know what I like about this move is that I'm not in drawdown in it. That's what I like about that move. I'm not in drawdown in it. Because I let it take me out way early, way over here. But man, that would have been nice to be an in. So what are we looking at there? 100 pips already plus 100 plus pips. 130 pips. 130 pipages. Beautimous. Still waiting on news. Again, I'm not going to be here for news. We got 15 minutes to the 9 o'clock, and that's probably going to be it for me. I missed my trade, bottom line. Well, I missed both, right? I could have taken this one too. Missed the breakout, missed the continuation. Took a loss, small loss here on the reversal on me. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Look at that break. Again, it could still become a wick. If it can hold above, then we got something. Daily trend line. Nice break on the daily. Not a small feat. This is why I don't think that this move is sustainable. You know, this is the reasoning for it. But it doesn't mean that this can't be the beginning of a reversal of all that and back to the highs. It could be because this is all bullish still, right? Let's see. Look at that. Perfect bounce on the golden zone on the weekly. On the weekly. And then it came back and tested it again. Bounce again. Now it's pushing up. Still hasn't cleared the 38.2. Which when it does, it will be clearing the highs over here. So it could still go down. That was beautiful. Okay, so again, like Raja says, which is, you know, I like the way he teaches, and he teaches this. So I missed out on this today. How could I have caught this? How could I have caught this? Well, somebody said, well, maybe you had a sell bias, and maybe I did, you know, maybe I did have a sell bias. So that's one thing to examine and write down. But the other thing, and I think the bigger thing is, for me, is that when this candle opened, the 8 o'clock candle opened, it broke down immediately, which is not what I wanted to see for a sell. So then if it broke down immediately, taking my own counsel, I should have not gone in on the breakout. Should have waited for the wick. And had I waited for the wick, I would have seen the wick at the bottom. And then I could have taken the break of the highs and been in a great position for the impulse moves. So that'll be me writing in my journal today, that exactly right there. Okay, that's a lesson for me. Waiting on the wick and the break of the candle in the opposite direction. Because that's what this exercise is for making these minor support and resistances. to watch for the break of the opposite side once the wick is created. So, especially when there's volume, which is New York, in this case, 8 o'clock. Okay, this is the 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45. Golly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Did anybody catch the buys? Yeah, Jovan, you were on the buy, right? Jovan, you were in the buy. For those of you who caught the buy, congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. Very, very nice. Giving this about 10 more minutes and then we're out. Yeah, GU is still consolidating up here. This is why I'm liking gold more and more. The beautiful moves that it makes on just a small impulse. On an impulse move, pays you 50 pips. Quickly, you're done. And don't have to do a mess with all this. I mean, from the moment I got here this morning, I said, this is messy. This is a mess. I don't like it. It's a mess. It's all a mess. I don't want it. If you wanted to trade GU, you got to go up. Look at this hour. That's a mess. 4 hour. Even the 4 hour is a mess. Okay, a little cleaner, but it's still a mess. The daily. Okay, now we can see something on the daily. Okay, on the daily, rejection, rejection. Okay, we see something on the daily. Well, I'm not a swing trader, so I'm not trading this. Forget that. You know, eliminate GU today. GA looked nice. And I think it did a bounce from the bottom. Yeah. Did a bounce from the bottom. It looked like it was going to break the bottom. Didn't. Just looking to see what, if any. And nothing here. I mean, it's at the bottom. So yeah, you can take a buy, but I don't see it curling up. So it's not like an indicator that could have helped you there. The index fell. And gold soared. Beautiful move for gold on a Friday. And I usually do well on Friday. For some reason, I don't do so great on Thursdays. No, Payment, I'm not in a trade. No. No, I'm not in a trade. I was in a trade when they broke below over here. Basically, I got faked out. And that's what I was saying. I should have not entered that because I didn't get the wick to the upside. Or the wick on the upside. I got the wick on the bottom. So basically, this was a buy. This was a buy the moment it broke the previous highs. Especially with the wick at the bottom. This is a beautiful buy, really, that I completely misplayed. Completely misplayed. I think we might see a gap after this move. I think we'll see a gap on Sunday when gold opens. Let's see where it ends up by the end of the day, right? Because there's news coming. And it could be that this move all the way up, it's just in preparation for news. To then crash it back down. Can't deny that this was a gorgeous move. It was a very beautiful move on gold. And if Josh was here, Josh would tell me that he's been in gold since over here. Since down here, since 2 a.m. You know. So the entries that Josh likes to take. Okay, how much time we got? 5 minutes? About 5 more minutes, and then it's Peloton time. Yeah, this looks all right on the daily. On the lower time frames, it's just crap. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, looks like gold may be making another 5-minute support. And resistance. I'm going to be curious to see what the news does. I'm always suspect of moves like this just before news. Like, okay, why is it moving so hard in one direction when news is coming? I'm going to take a look at the 9 o'clock candle when it shows up. And then I'm shutting it down. Yeah, support created once again, the 5-minute. And the Dixie's still falling. Yeah, it very well could. It very well could. Positive news on the dollar could crash it. I mean, and don't you feel manipulated? Look at the Dixie. Came all the way down, great support. Wow, it was huge rejection going up, and now huge rejection going back down. Bad. Okay, so now gold just broke the 5-minute high again. With 2 minutes left to the 9 o'clock candle. Yeah, NCD went to 0. Wow. It's just that the GBP doesn't have a lot of strength, otherwise it would be flying. Two minutes to the 9 o'clock. Just watching and waiting. Hey, take care, Jones. You have a great day. Yeah, I'm shutting it down here in a minute. Just want to see the reaction of the 9 o'clock candle. Not that there won't be much of a reaction because there's news later. Still like to see it. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds, which means you're probably already seeing it. Three, two, one. There you go. That's a 9 o'clock candle. Take care, Kenny. Good to see you here. Pushing up. And Dixie closed back inside, so back inside the range. So that move up was a fake out. Of course we knew because we experienced it. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. I guess rejecting the top over there again. Gonna watch. I mean, I'll be biking, but I'll be looking for when the news comes out. See what it does. And see what the relationship of price is to that. Look at that. Look at that. That's where price is right now on that yellow line. Look at the relationship of price to that. Boom, boom, boom. Then broke down below. Boom, rejection. Broke above, support, support. Go down, resistance, resistance. That's where price is right now. Super important spot. Big important spot. Okay, guys, that's it. Appreciate you guys being here with me this morning. And go ahead and stop the share. I hope that you guys have a blessed weekend. And I'll be back here on Monday morning. I hope it's not a holiday or a news day. It's not a holiday or news day. I'll be here. Otherwise, I may not. So we'll see. Okay. God bless you guys. Have a great day.